Okay, so our genre this week involves a lot of giant hybrid animals fighting each other.
Sure.
So, guys, make a giant hybrid animal for a fight. And no sharks or dinosaurs.
I'm sorry, I just felt like I've been born for this.
Yeah, it's true, but those are, like, too easy.
Okay,
Too
here's
easy.
the thing. Pick an animal that's not scary, and one that is.
Alright, mine is Kangorilla.
Ooh,
that's
pretty good.
It's a kangaroo and a gorilla, so it has like these giant, like muscly, like gorilla arms, but then like it like hops around and is like has like really crazy leg strength.
That's probably the most muscular choice possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well played.
That's a good choice.
Oh, and also he's the size of a skyscraper.
Well, see, big mammals is...
We said giant.
Okay, well, if it's got to be giant. Mine will be a mantis and me, Andrew Homiak.
Andrew Mantis.
Yeah.
Mantru.
It'll just be like a regular giant mantis, except, like, I don't know, with a marginally more handsome face and, like, some very strongly...
I just picture it being your head on a giant mantis body. I think that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm going for. And, like, it's just like a more handsome face and like some very strange views about politics.
Do you have any? What type of skills do you think you're going to bring to the Mantis?
How many Carolinas do we really need? What's the difference? Who cares?
All right, fair enough. And my two, I'll just go with the two that came to mind: a cobra and a mongoose. Cancel the two rivalries together.
It just turns into like a singularity.
That is crazy. That is. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah. I've got venom and venom resistance.
A cobrus?
A cobrus.
Ooh, nice.
It should be a monbra.
I'll go cobrus.
Monbra sounds like more of like a movie name, though.
Cobrus sounds like a nickname you give to your cool co-pilot, whose name is Bruce.
Well, all
right.
Now who would win?
Kangorilla, I think. Just out of sheer like force of might and anger.
Yeah, Kangorilla is very angry.
Are the bases for Kangorilla, Kangaroo Jack, and Harambe?
I think that
because this has the potential to be a massive genre bot meme.
Kangorilla would avenge his father's death while at the same time spiting his mother, Kangaroo Jack, who he never really
was female all along.
No, he actually speaks in the sequel, the animated direct-to-video sequel, Kangaroo Jack 2: Good Day USA. At the end, where they learn that the secret shampoo recipe that they got from these Aboriginal tribesmen gives people the ability to speak with Australian wildlife. They meet Kangaroo Jack and his kangaroo wife and his kangaroo baby.
The expanse of your knowledge sometimes really disturbs and confuses me.
Now ask me something important.
Like how... like... Man, Sarah often says...
Can a mantis fight a gorilla kangaroo?
Sarah sometimes tells me, I'm glad that you read comic books and play video games, because I think that if you really put your mind to it, you could be a real-life supervillain. And with you, I feel like that's kind of times 100. It's a good thing you know about the direct-to-DVD Kangaroo Jack sequel, because otherwise you might just take over the freaking world.
You're already half mantis.
Go, run away from the Sharknado. It's your greatest foe. Don't wanna get eaten by Sharknado.
Welcome to GenreBot, the group writing machine. We're going to write you a story together. Brainstorming power to put 3 characters into one. I'm Adam, and here I go.
I'm confused. In what medium are we doing this, and how are we combining 3 characters into one character?
I'm Andrew. Hey, everyone. Gee, wow.
I'm
Let's
Vic,
take that from the top.
I'm sorry. It was like
No, I'm all messed
No,
up.
that's fine.
I'm all messed up.
I didn't. What I said didn't make any sense at all. You're right.
we're gonna put 3 characters into one.
I was kind of winging it, hoping I got it right.
Oh man.
You can't stop it if you try. It's so. I'm gonna fight a Sharknado. Bombs are gonna explode. We're all gonna die in a Sharknado.
Hey everyone, you listen to Genrebot, the Group Rating Machine. We're the show that takes 3 characters and puts them into one story. I'm Adam, the first time.
I'm Vic all the time.
I'm Andrew, I'd say 30% of the time.
There's a giant monster hybrid on the horizon, because this is a sci-fi original movie.
Or a sci-fi mockbuster, if you will.
Yes. There's several different names for this type of movie. We all know what we're talking about, but the audience might not. There's a particular studio, I believe they're called The Asylum. And what they do is they make basically B movies, not what's his face?
Jerry Seinfeld.
CGI, and none of that nonsense. B as in second rate B-list celebrity movie.
I feel like the sci-fi originals that are coming out today, they're more like at least C, maybe D rate.
Well, they have a funny history of how they used to be like a kind of direct to DVD type movies, but they found a home for some reason on the Sci-Fi Channel, where they have they struck iron enough times, and eventually the big one everyone knows about is Sharknado. Which totally proves a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
It's one of those it was a thing. The B-rate, sci-fi originals were a thing, but they probably wouldn't have caught on. They probably would have fizzled out pretty soon. Mm-hmm. But then, Sharknado came out, and then Sharknado just justified years more of there's so many, and the thing is if you can appreciate the goofy, fun nature of them, then some of the recent ones are actually pretty great.
It's all about basically the setup is, all right, we have a $500,000 budget. We're not going to advertise at all. That's all the money we're spending on this. And we're going to make $1 million. It's nice clean cut, make a mediocre movie and get a mediocre amount back, and they're fine with it. But yeah, so and I highly recommend you go to the Wikipedia page for The Asylum or Mockbusters and just read through the list of, they have on one side is a column that says the name of their movie and the name of the actual movie. And so it's instead of The Expendables 3, it's called Mercenaries. Instead of, let's see, what else we have? Instead of Battleship, they have American Warships, even though Battleship was already kind of a B movie.
Yeah. Well,
oh, man, there's so many. I'll just list off a few more before we keep going. There's they have Titanic 2, which is a movie celebrating the 100-year anniversary of Titanic, where a nearly identical vessel going, I think, the opposite direction hits an iceberg and sinks. They have parodies of Jonah Hex, Pacific Rim, a Thor parody called Almighty Thor, and a Sherlock Holmes parody which involves dragons and dinosaurs. The CGI is terrible. The stories are terrible. They're terrible, but good.
I feel like that's it's a requirement. It has to be bad. Anytime there's a semblance of actual plot, it almost okay, when you're watching a movie that you want to be good and then something cheesy happens, it disappoints you. You're like, oh man, I wanted this to be good. The inverse is true for these movies, where it's if there's somebody that actually acts well, or there's something that's actually a good idea, you'll be like, oh no, man, you're ruining the fun. Like that's
Although I feel like the producers of these movies are a bunch of kind of B list, like what's his face, Transformers movie, Michael Bay's. Well, they're just kind of like, yeah, dinosaur fights a shark, but the shark can fly. Yeah, he's a robot
Well,
now.
that makes sense, because otherwise how would the shark fight the dinosaur? It wouldn't be fair. Either
Yeah.
way.
But the robot doesn't make sense unless it's robot arms for the T-Rex. That makes a lot more of sense.
Yeah, and there needs to be like just enough logic that it's like if a 10-year-old says, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," then you're good.
Yeah, it really it full-heartedly embraces the bad TV science, which I am a big fan of, usually in the shape of the CW shows.
If it's cool or fun enough, then it's fine to be like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, why would it be like, oh, you make a black hole and the black hole does nothing? Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I had a physics problem once that was like, there's a label on the door that says, warning, so much mass black hole behind this door, do not open. How would you test this theory? And the answer is you need to slide a piece of paper under the door, and if it comes out looking weird, then maybe it's right, but also, like, you're not dead. So that's one.
Yeah. This hypothetical falls apart immediately.
Yes, it falls apart at, like, it was never together.
Yeah, okay, so any sci-fi movies that you guys remember that I
Nope.
mentioned?
Mega Piranha. Avalanche Sharks.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that besides Mockbusters, there's also like a few kind of in the series where it doesn't have any particular parody, it's just an action movie parody, but like Volcanoes versus Plane.
Yeah. Airplane
we saw
versus
that
Volcano.
How the airplane's stuck in a loop, so it's going around a circle of volcanoes continuously.
Piranaconda, Sharktopus, Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. These are all real films that you can see.
Right, so. And I also like it when they very closely, they almost trick you into thinking it's not the right one. Like Independence Day, but it's not spelled independence. It's spelled independent S apostrophe. Yeah, so it's like, and back on the DVD days, those used to like actually trick people. Like I remember when War of the Worlds was coming out, they had their own War of the Worlds, and everyone like accidentally bought that one, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is horrible CGI. Where's Tom Hanks?" All right, but let's get into our version.
Pretty sure it was
with character time.
Character time.
Before the episode, each of us has written a character down, and we haven't introduced each other, and that's what we're going to do right now. Victor, why don't you start us off?
Ooh, me first. All right. So I decided to go with the combination of melodrama and just over the top silly backstory.
Time out really quick. I double checked, and I was right. It is Tom Cruise in the 2005 War of the Worlds. Not Tom Hanks.
You're right.
That would be ridiculous.
I thought it was Tom Cruise, but I said Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks would be too good-natured to fight Martians.
I like to say
hey
that.
there, looks
Tom
like you have a
Hanks-
cold. Let me give you a tissue. No, Tom Hanks, don't.
Dude, Tom Hanks took a bunch of selfies with a passed out drunk guy's cell phone at a bar. I don't know if he's above doing like a stupid sci-fi movie.
That's wholesomeness. But yeah, I would like to see Forrest Gump encounter some alien invaders.
Oh yeah, no, and like not even Tom Hanks. That the character of Forrest Gump, like
Yes.
Forrest Gump 2 is actually some crazy universe where aliens invade, and this is just how Forrest Gump handled it.
For some reason, faster than light travel came very natural to me.
Yes,
I just bent
Oh
dark
my God.
matter around the ship, and before I knew it, I was bending space and time around me. My Forrest Gump impression is just Morgan Freeman, but slower. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
All right, so me first here.
Yep.
All right, so
Me and Jenny was getting along like
character.
quarks and quasars.
So my character's name is Tommy Two-Hit Reaper. He's a boxer, and he decided that it's time to retire after just one more match. you see he has this trademark Heartstopper punch, and he's actually killed 2 fighters in his career with this punch, and he feels he can't be held responsible for any more boxer deaths. So in this final match, he's so afraid of killing his opponent that he actually kind of flops the match, ends up kind of throws it, because he's afraid that with his lethal hands he might kill this person. So he decides he'll throw the fight, he'll lose, and then he ends up leaving the boxing world in disgrace because everyone kind of could tell like he wasn't giving it his all. So I figured, whatever happens in this movie, he can use his dreaded Heartstopper punch, to somehow save people, and then he redeems himself from his shame. And that's
you didn't just write a third of the characters; you wrote a third of the movie. The entire thing is going to be about this Chekhov gun of the Heartstopper.
Well,
punch.
I mean, these movies don't have a lot of plot to go on.
No, I'm just realizing that now. I'm like, man, we could stop now, go home.
Well, I will agree that I did
drop an alien.
I did give you a Chekhov's gun, but I don't think I wrote any plot.
Yeah, no,
I gave you a huge Chekhov's gun, but I don't think I would call this plot.
This isn't boo you. This is boo this genre. I'm like, this is already too easy.
Well,
the whole thing unfolded in my head.
Welcome to this genre.
All right. Okay, Andrew, you're next.
All right, my character's named Cindy Savage. Okay, Cindy is a wealthy entrepreneur and the founder of Savage Enterprises. If we can come up with a better pun than that, we can. I used to go to a Christmas tree farm that was called Savage Christmas Trees, and that's pretty golden.
Hold on, she's a wealthy entrepreneur and she's the CEO of what? Savage Enterprises?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that sounds pretty awesome. Are they like made out of metal and spitting fire at the Christmas tree?
They should. It's not such a bad little tree.
No, it's a bad big tree.
What does this company do?
Oh, okay. I don't know. But that's not the point. She's just a wealthy entrepreneur.
I'd say science in all caps.
Yeah, okay. But she has a hobby of collecting exotic animals. It's all like above board stuff, though, like reptiles and fish and such. If through her various contacts she discovers someone illegally hoarding endangered animals, she will report them to the police and sees to it that justice is served. So she kind of like uses her connections in the business world to kind of like uncover corruption and violations of endangered species laws. So in a way, she is a tiger cop.
But in a very like,
in a very loose sense.
Yeah. All right, that's neat. All right, I've just given my character a better first name after seeing yours. You guys have some awesome stuff in there. So all right, cool. Speaking of which, my character's name is I wonder what title that'd be. Let's call him General. General Ribeye Paxton.
You did it.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
General Ribeye Paxton is a high-ranking military official in the United States of America Army.
The tone here is perfect for this.
He is a no-nonsense militant man. He has the entire army beneath his thumb. And he's committed 100%.
100%.
That's 1,100% to keeping our country safe from any threats whatsoever. They need a Coast Guard? They're getting the whole Marines. The Air Force? All the planes. He's the embodiment of that moment in Dark Knight Rises where Commissioner Gordon sends everyone into the sewers.
Yeah. I'm gonna send 1,000 police into the sewers. All the police. These are all the police. They're all going.
You know who's down there? We are. All of us.
There's no way this can end badly.
What they should have just done was called the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They would have taken out Bane, like, instantly.
Yeah, let's. I'd like to say that he had probably a wife and kids, but they're no longer with us because he couldn't keep his home safe. Now he has to keep his country safe.
He started out by trying
to
keep his town safe, and that didn't really work out. So he's just kind of failing upwards.
Exactly. And this guy, for some reason, he's in every one of these movies too. Like he's a constant character. He was in Avatar.
One of my favorite ones of these movies is the modern day Moby Dick remake.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. I think it might just be called like Moby Dick 2000 or some crap like that, but it's awful.
Is there a porn parody of Moby Dick? And if so, what do you call it?
Yeah, you kind of hit the nose. It's also known as 2010 Moby Dick or Moby Dick 2010.
Yeah, that was it. Oh my god, man.
And it was probably set in modern days just because they couldn't afford making it a period piece.
Yeah.
That's the main thing with these. These are all like.
Well, do you remember the one scene that I rewound and watched like over and over with you guys?
What scene was that?
The scene on the boat. Or it's not a boat. It's like just like a dinky little raft. It's like this scene where they.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
It's like beginning of Act 3, and the whale is out in the water, and it keeps jumping over this island that they're on for some reason, and he like gets onto this dinky little raft and has this like spear gun, clearly made of stuff that was just in some average American's garage, and he's holding that and on the boat, and the boat's just like, you know, like very dinky normal looking boat, and this guy is screaming. He's like, ah, as he like goes, and it's so bad. Like I had to watch it.
I looked it up. Moby's
over
Dick.
and over.
Yeah, you got it.
National Pleasure, though. That's a good one.
All right, that sounds good. Oh, and I also like to say that General Paxton has set up shop in a place that looks like it might be like a part of a college like library, like a bunch of computer screens, and they're all turned off. Because I swear that was in like Mega Shark or whatever. It's a whole military operation. Every screen, they didn't bother doing any CGI, so it's all black screens. All right, so let's get started with story time.
Story time.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh no, run for the hills. The three characters have joined together and are gonna create a 3-act story.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, we set up the shape for a giant monster to appear, but it didn't.
Nope. And I've got exactly the monster to send in.
What are you thinking?
Don't say
Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus.
No.
You see, that was. I mean, we brought that up in the kaiju episode, and it's a fun gag, but I think it writes itself. It's too easy.
That's going to happen regardless.
Okay, so for context,
ridiculous
listeners,
that you're drawing the line there of all places.
Our cousins decided once to take all of these movies and combine like all of the animals that just tend to keep popping up, and we ended up coming up with this thing that is Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus.
Nope, Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus.
Okay,
yes. Now ask me something important.
And I'm sure, as much as I love that idea, I don't know if we want to do that here.
Oh, hang on. At first I said no, but then I remembered Sharknado 4. And what they did to make this one interesting is the Sharknado traveled across the United States and hit like every kind of natural disaster along the way. So it became like it's a lava Sharknado. And oh no, it's a nuclear Sharknado. It's an earthquake-nado. And a bunch of garbage. So what if Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus was the end game, and somehow it genetically kept adding more creatures along the way?
What if there was just like a zoo or something that got nuked. And, like, all the animals just kind of fell on top of each other and became this giant, terrifying kaiju.
In the shape of this... Oh, altogether. Well, I was going to say, in the spirit of the series, I was going to say, yes, and there should be robots. Somehow they're all cyborgs. But let's see here. All right. I'm thinking of, like, typical threats that was going to happen. My first thought was, why don't we give it to the winner of earlier and make Kangorilla a thing?
Well, it's got to be some kind of either scientific accident or military experiment. Or magic. It's because, like, recently I saw this thing. It was over Christmas. I don't remember what Sarah and I were doing, but we were flipping channels, and it was, like, something about a snow globe. And it was really, like, we should watch it sometime. It was, like, really, really bad sci-fi original. This kid gets this snow globe that has his hometown in it. But every time he shakes it, some actual natural disaster happens in his town. Except the natural disaster isn't like, oh, there's an earthquake, or, oh, there's a storm. It's like, oh, there's hail dropping that's actually like a ball of ice the size of a van, and it explodes, and shards of ice go shredding through the town like freaking, like, gunfire. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. At first, it sounded like a Hallmark movie. Something about a snow globe.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So actually, this is probably going to be the hardest part of the episode. So let's think this out and find the best stupid idea. Like, all right. Like I said, I like the idea of some type of something robots. So, but I do like the natural disaster stuff. It's like, but all right, are we just doing Atlantic Rim, which they've already done? Which is robots versus monsters. Let's see. Victor, any elements of these movies that you want to try and capture?
Well,
And Andrew, same question to you.
I mean, we have a boxer, a military general, and an entrepreneur. And I hate to say it, but it's unlikely for the three of those people to all encounter each other. So let's see here. Maybe
I can totally see Tommy as our protagonist.
What if they're all just, like, at the library together one day? Or they're all on a plane? Or they're all, like, in some place where everybody has to go?
I'm pretty confident General Paxton doesn't read.
Okay.
He looks at bleeping dots and he gets his information from subordinates.
And Fox News.
Yeah.
And Russia.
Uh-huh.
And Twitter. Just like that one president, Gerald Ford.
Famous for his angry tweets.
Yes.
Gerald Ford, the beard of the North, as he was called.
At Axis Powers. Sad, low energy, very depressing.
Oh, no, that's not Gerald Ford. I was thinking of the one with the beard.
I'm not entirely sure what time period Gerald Ford is from, come to think of it. He's not a very dynamic historical figure.
Was I thinking of Taft? No, that wasn't Taft. He's the big guy.
Thank God Taft has a thing, He's the fat one. You'll always remember Taft, even though he didn't do, he was the only president to swear in another president. Did you know that? He became a Supreme Court justice afterwards.
James A. Garfield. Oh, yeah. The beard on that guy. Man.
He was assassinated, and he died on a Monday.
Solomon Grundy.
I'm on a Wikipedia page. It's called List of Presidents of the United States with facial hair.
What?
That's a page. It says there's a categories called beard, mustache, sideburns, and color. So you can sort them by
who's the most recent one with facial hair.
I'm sorting by years.
I mean, I feel like beards have come back in style. I feel like by the time our generation turns 35, the president's going to have facial hair again.
It's not Van Buren.
Very much no.
Oh god, it's hard to tell.
Are they not sorted
but anyway,
chronologically? Are they sorted by like how rad their beards are?
Like you can sort by political party, their portrait, I guess. Grover Cleveland's got a little sweet stash.
Is he on there twice?
All right. So I'm thinking beard-themed robot dinosaur.
Well, I guess I don't have a better answer than that.
Actually,
well, here's the thing.
why don't
Cindy collects exotic animals.
Yeah, no, that's a great setup here. What if we kind of work backwards and we come up with... I'm just pitching this right now in case you guys want to jump on it. What if we come up with like a really bad joke about it? Like I was gonna say,
mix between a priest and a rabbi or something, or like a mix between a horse and a bar he can walk into.
More like what I was going through my head was like, oh wait, yeah, facial hair and a dinosaur. And then I was going to try and hybrid those two together in my head. But what if there's already an existing joke and we just kind of piggyback on that? Oh yeah, like you say, it's a pig with a giant robot arms coming out of its back. Piggyback is what he's called.
Oh, I thought you were going to go for
he's terrorizing this place.
No. There's rockets attached to the side of it when pigs fly.
Yeah, but that's just kind of working backwards from all the dumb jokes.
Have you heard that theory of that's how BoJack Horseman's going to end?
With a dumb horse
yeah,
joke?
like everybody is going to everything's going to go to heck in a handbasket, and everybody in his life is going to leave him and everything, and he's going to sit down into a bar, and the bartender is going to ask him why the long face.
I can totally see that too.
Cut to black.
That would actually be a great ending.
All right, so let's see here. What's a joke?
We're stumped, guys. This is the end of GenreBot. The jokes have stopped.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. How about
a shark with experimental robot legs that lets it jump?
Guys, I have something.
Yes, what's up?
We have a boxer. The military thing can fit anything, and the entrepreneur thing can fit anything. So boxing's the important thing. What if it was Tommy Two-Hit Reaper versus Kangorilla?
I think that's good. And maybe what's the general's name? Ribeye
Paxton.
Ribeye
Paxton.
Okay,
yeah.
What?
It's like he binds that jerky and you rip it off. He said Paxton.
Oh, okay. Adam's just dripping machismo today. That's an uncomfortable
Someone
image.
has to. Yeah.
All right, so what if he, in his private estate, has a collection of exotic animals, and one of them is a gorilla and a kangaroo because they were the most muscular, tough animals he could think of. And so Cindy has knowledge of this, and now she's trying to call the police on him, but the police are just the mini army. What are they gonna do?
Well, hang on. This is something that I was kind of hinting at earlier that I'd love if we do. Instead of already having a kangorilla, I want to start with a kangaroo and a gorilla, and somehow bad TV signs them together.
What if they just fall in love and make a baby?
Tommy punches one really hard, and he hits the other one, and he hit them so hard that they just fuse together.
Here's what happens. He stands too close to a microwave and so temporarily becomes nuclearly charged. And so he tries to punch both of them at the same time, but instead they just kind of flicker, and then they get too close to each other, and then they turn into one big thing, and it turns into a giant radioactive monster on top of all that.
Yeah. That's more the direction I want to go instead of versus, they have a baby. No, of course they have a baby. They're too smart. They get punched at the same time.
One time I was standing a little close to the microwave, and my mom was like, "Andrew, don't do that." And I was like, "But there's insulation that keeps the radiation in the microwave." And she was like, "Yeah, but you're asking for it." Sure.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty... let's see. Under what circumstances would he already be punching them?
What if they threaten the woman he loves?
Here we go. Let's...
Oh, you know what? No, I got it. Okay. He has been employed by Cindy Savage. The police can't touch Paxton, right? Because he's the army, and the army is like the super police.
Yeah.
So
right.
She's
They're the SWAT squad.
hired him to use his punching for good and punch these animals out of their cages and like punch all the security systems.
Hang on. Let's rewind that a bit.
It's Paxton is a military man. He saw this ambush coming, and so he's trapped Tommy in this kind of scenario in which he needs to enlist like this gladiator outfit and this gladiator kind of arena, and they fight.
Okay, let's rewind this a bit and start at page 1 because I think we messed up something very early on. Cindy's the one that collects exotic animals, and why does Paxton have exotic animals?
Maybe he also does, because a kangaroo and a gorilla are very important status symbols.
Well, what I'd almost say is that Cindy has a collection of these animals, and General Paxton goes to get the kangaroo and gorilla from her for
she would not have
military
a gorilla.
testing.
She's strictly above board stuff, and it's definitely not allowed to have a critically endangered species. She might have a kangaroo, though.
Yeah, she has a kangaroo, but he's the one. He already has a gorilla from elsewhere.
I have a gorilla. I just need one more.
Yeah,
I need one of those leg gorillas.
He's just trying to basically, the military has clearance to do animal testing to make a military weapon.
Oh, okay.
And
this is like an Indominus
he's in charge of
scenario.
it. Yeah, he's in charge of it, so he's picking like the manliest animals there are. Hence, the gorilla and the kangaroo. All right, so yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, that fits the logic of these kinds of movies.
Yeah, great. And it's the type of thing where he does the Jurassic World type thing where he goes to Cindy and he's like, I'm not asking for your permission. I have a military permit, so I'm taking these animals. And so she gets the kangaroo from her, and she's like, something's wrong with this. Meanwhile, Tommy's... Is it Tommy? Huh.
What?
I thought I was saying Tony in my head.
No, it's Tommy.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so... And Tommy, meanwhile, is doing kind of... Maybe Tommy works for Cindy. He's just doing kind of grunt work. But I like the idea that he doesn't use tools, he uses his fists. So it's like, all right, like, he has to open like crates, and so he just punches them open.
He works on an assembly line, and he's supposed to use this thing that like punches nails into like a car or something, but instead he just punches them. Yeah.
Do you have an example of a regular, ordinary task that you shouldn't use fist for, but you can?
I imagine he uses that for I imagine he lives on like a farm.
Okay.
So like,
can it be in the city still?
Yeah. But like,
can it be like between two skyscrapers? There's a farm.
No, just don't establish. Just like they can go in between those places, as if it's in the middle of the city, although it's clearly not.
There should be a scene where like he walks by and there's like a fire, like a burning building, and he just like punches a fire hydrant and water starts spewing out of it. And
I'd love to see him as a firefighter. Punches down the door.
Yeah.
He's like, grabs a blanket, starts punching through the blanket to put out fire.
That might be perfect. Yeah.
No, forget the blanket. Just punching the fire away.
He starts doing like a 1-2 1-2 1-2 punch, and he does it so fast that the wind just pushes the fire away.
He punches so hard that he discovers airbending.
Or perhaps there's people in the fiery building that are freaking out, and he knocks them out and to drop them. Stop, drop, punches, roll, and he rolls them out.
That's not okay. He can do it, but that's not a thing. If anyone's listening, don't punch somebody who's in a fire.
It was kind of to de-escalate the scenario. They were freaking out. They almost jumped into more fire. So he helped. He was helping. They say thank you at the end, so it's okay. They have a black eye. And they're like, thanks, Tommy. This is his day-to-day routine, by the way. Just walking to work. And I also think he should walk to work from a farm in the middle of nowhere to the city. Like his daily commute is a walk.
He puts in his punch card into the thing, and then he just punches it.
Well, that's he.
I don't know. There's something you can do with punch cards.
I was going to say, you're overthinking it. He just punches in.
Oh, okay. He just punches the machine.
Yeah, that's it. And his coworkers stand next to him. I always punch in right on time, Tommy. Ha ha ha.
That would be very good.
There's
That's
gotta
actually
be-
too clever for these movies.
There's gotta be a joke about punching out at the end of the day.
Yeah. But I want to establish that coworker just so that he can die later on and no one cares. That's a big thing in these movies too. Big cast, and they always kill off a lot of them, which is I don't know. That's kind of ballsy for a lot of movies. But they all die and are immediately forgotten. Their death is never, like, called upon. Inconsequential death. All right.
That is true.
So, let's see. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, maybe that happens. And perhaps Cindy then it says, all right, I was going to say she employs Tommy to go pursue the military and see what's going on. But honestly, in these movies, no one's that smart. She would go with him. The two of them are just talking about it, and she's just like, why don't we just go there? The military operation is right on the other corner. They break in by knocking out guards. Yeah, that type of thing. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, totally.
Like I say, it's right itself. So, all right. So they're now in the military base, and they see these animals. These macho animals. And, alright, how are they going to fuse together?
Maybe... Well, I mean, Cindy Savage does science stuff with exotic animals. Maybe there's, like, a secret thing. She has, like, a government contract, and they're working on, like, making genetically improved animals. And they're testing it on a kangaroo and a gorilla.
Yeah. What about instead of kind of what Andrew said earlier, that science of just have the two come together and have a baby, and the baby's half and half. What if they're trying to bypass that altogether and just say they have like a DNA bomb type thing that they're trying to?
Oh God!
When it explodes, it combines the two together. Like, that's the kind of dumb science I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's quicker. It's like, hey, boom, it's done. Here you go.
We don't have the time to all that scientist time, taking their time. Scientists are so lazy. They don't know how to get action, fast consequences. Boom. Stamp, 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 no reading.
That might, yeah, I think that tracks.
All right, cool. General Paxton probably has some associates that will die early. All right. Instead of
like Corporal Killwater and Captain Balls. Nope, not that. Captain.
I like Corporate Killwater. Corporate Killwater is amazing. And Victor, I'm going to give you a letter. You give me a really meaty name for a I don't know, commander.
Okay.
All right, your letter is R.
Rex.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like Rex is the only one of those that's not like... It's got to be like Rex Catmaster.
It's like Russian or something, so it's REKS.
Rex Skullmaster.
Skullmaster can be his first name.
Oh, okay.
Skullmaster Rex.
Admiral Skullmaster Rex.
That's messed up.
I mean, it'll just be S-Rex. That's for the DVD commentary. Do you guys think any of these movies have DVD commentary?
Yes.
And why have we not heard it?
One can only hope, man.
But we don't have any of the DVDs.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I kind of want to buy Sharknado on DVD to hear the commentary.
Okay, Adam, listen, we all have been there. And it's important, Victor, I think that we talk him down out of this, because this is something...
I feel like
that we all
it's
go
better
through.
if it's better if, like, when the next Sharknado comes out, you just watch Twitter.
But there's a
Walmart
Blu-ray.
Everyone.
There's a Walmart Blu-ray triple feature. It's got all three of them.
Oh man! All right, I bet that's good. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to talk him out of it, Andrew, but I give up.
Okay, but yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good. All right, what's some of the stuff that Cindy is going to bring to this match? Right? Because, so right now we've all right, they probably detonate the bomb and the two have been combined. And, what do you know? They can't control the science and now this creature's out and about and wrecking shit.
Well, I demand that in Act 3, Tommy has to box Kangorilla.
Yes. I want to see how we're supposed how we can connect those two.
Yes.
Because we have a perfect Act 1 and that's a perfect, element of Act 3.
Yeah.
Just how do we go from that to that?
It's got to happen.
I
like I said, I demand it.
Is Kangorilla the size of like a normal kangaroo gorilla hybrid, or is it like extra large? Because if it's extra large, you can't box it.
I'm sorry. I love how you worded that as the size of a normal kangaroo gorilla hybrid.
You don't know about my personal life.
I imagine it has to be like humanoid, like
I like okay
size that a human boxer could box it.
In my head, Kangorilla has the nuclear ability to grow super big or grow like normal size.
Oh, like Apache Chief.
Yeah, like he can go and get like the size of buildings,
and it's like Power Rangers, and then
yeah, or at some point somehow he accepts the challenge. Maybe eventually starts talking.
Oh no!
It's just like a one word.
And it turns out that it's actually like the residual personality of General Ribeye Paxton, because that's part of the technology they used. It just kind of
Wait,
like.
Are you saying it turns out that Kangorilla is Paxton's son?
Yes.
Well, something like, oh, you were in the room with them as well when the test went off, so some of you must be in there.
Yes, exactly. Bad movie science. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. I want him to have like kind of a semi-heartfelt on his side relationship with the creature.
There always needs to be some just hilariously failed attempt at emotional resonance.
Yeah, he's like,
where it's
I lost my son in the war.
Yeah.
Now you're my son.
You're my son. I'm going to stay with you till the end.
And he does that at the end, right before it kills him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, because Tommy has to kill him by doing his Heartstopper punch.
Yes, right.
But it needs to be like crazy. Like he does it, and like there's an earthquake, and it's just this huge thing.
I want him to box without using like all right, Heartstopper punch is the finale move. That's when at the climax, the very final shot.
But I swore I'd never use it again. This is for the fate of the world, Tommy.
Yeah, that's the. You can do it, Dad.
It's okay. You've got to let go of your past to save your future.
He's got a coach. He's got a coach that's like always with him, always giving him pep talks.
And he uses that exact
then it's like
cadence.
super like lame slow mo, just like no, and then like bad CGI, like heart stopping animation.
I want like a super extended like wind up. Like I think Sharknado did with some of the chainsaw bits of just him like holding back his fist, and then it cuts to like his family holding back his fist further, and it cuts to.
Yes.
Meanwhile, he's in midair, and it's like raining, and just.
It has to be like a solid minute of him yelling. Ah! Cut. Ah! Cut. Like all kinds of different.
and camera angle above, camera angle below, and then it shows it. And then it doesn't change the angle at all. It just shows it and then repeats the clip.
It's like the same
times.
footage. Yeah.
Yes. All right, that's
right. Well, That battle's over, but the next battle's just beginning. Is what he would say.
Yeah. Should it end with, like, you see a storage facility in the military base, and, like, there's just a bunch of eggs? And out of...
Eggs! Yes, they come out of eggs!
Out of the eggs come more kangaroo gorillas. My bad.
No, I was thinking just a bunch of different hybrid animals.
Oh, okay.
And there's, like, one large egg in the center.
Yeah. And maybe...
And out of it comes Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus.
I like how we always end our pseudo sci-fi movies with teasers for a Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus movie. That'll never happen.
I guess it's happening. I don't know what genre it could possibly be.
It's a kaiju, right?
We already did that.
Oh.
I don't know what's left.
Yeah, I don't know what. Like I'm saying, it's one that we're always going to hint at it, but never do.
I like this plan.
We're going to have 5 movies that end with it.
Oh wait, the Reverend Count 2 ends with them fighting this.
No. It ends with the teaser for their Megarachnocrocosharkosauracondapus. They don't fight him yet. All right. So, Victor, have any ideas for some kind of necessary sci-fi movie things that happen in the second act?
A lot of really bad exposition, like clunky, trying to explain things with science that just makes no sense, and that's why usually the character explaining it is some, like, inexplicably hot, bad actress girl.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of just B-movie... Sharknado has a lot of B-movie, like, actor cameos.
Think like Jason X, like the scientists were these, like, belly shirt wearing girls, but with a lab coat. So, like, yeah, like that's it. Like that's all you need to suspend your disbelief.
Oddly,
I mean, that's actually what science actually is.
I was gonna say you'd be surprised how well the belly shirt works in conjunction with the lab coat.
No, I mean, after seeing that movie,
from a practical standpoint, it makes absolutely no sense.
Yes,
but also it seems like it makes perfect sense somehow, and I can't put my finger on why.
Here's more clothing to prevent scientific, like, potion spills, and now
scientific
here's my stomach.
Potions. Everybody,
scientific potion spills is my next band. Mark my words.
You can tell I've been doing more D&D than chemistry. Scientific potion.
What's that called? Like a science potion.
Yeah.
Also, your mind is in the B-movie space.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they don't even have alchemy. They just have potions.
You like jazz?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. Exhibition. What should the dumb plot, or I should say, dumb? What's the Kangarilla doing? It breaks out, then it should probably go somewhere, and they have to chase it there, right? And it causes destruction along the way.
I think it just goes around.
It's attacking the workers of a banana factory.
I think it just goes around punching
because bananas are slightly radioactive.
I think it goes around punching, like, innocent civilians, because that's how Tommy felt. Like, just innocent guys, man. Like, they weren't asking to be killed. They were just trying to make an honest living, and I killed them.
Yeah. That's a big third. Yeah, I think the Tommy. I'm sorry, the Paxton thing. That's a big kind of final act. Put them together. But yeah. Okay. So,
what if it's punching random civilians that just so happen to work at a banana factory?
I like the banana factory idea, not just because it's dumb and the radiation's a funny point, but also because I wanted to throw bananas like boomerangs.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's exactly 100% exactly what needs to happen.
And they explode.
That's on the poster.
Kangarilla, yeah, throwing them like boomerangs.
As soon as he picks up a banana, it becomes radioactively charged, and he can throw it like a boomerang.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And okay, now this is a great thing for the second act that I want to throw out there. Okay, Paxton is definitely sending the entire military force to fight this Kangarilla because it got out. So what type? All right, so Kangarilla versus military vehicles. Go.
Okay, he punches.
They just have a straight up ATS.
He jumps and lands on top of a Hummer and just flattens it like a pancake.
Nice.
Yeah.
He rips off he throws a banana peel and a tank flips over when it hits it.
They fire at him from an Apache helicopter, and he just, like, jumps up and grabs it and smashes it down.
No, he has to punch it out of the air. Just, like, hops up, like, Hulk style, and just punches the helicopter, and just...
Let's take him down like King Kong, and all the planes are shooting at it, and what he does is that, like, I want to say he radioactively shoots back.
No, he throws the boomerang back.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess the banana rings.
That's his range weapon.
Fair enough. But they do explode, so weird. They will...
Actually, no. Just this once, he has laser vision. Just for that scene.
Just for that scene. Yeah, and okay.
He fires off one bolt of laser vision, and that's it.
Okay, more bad TV science. Gorillas, something about having to be the alpha of the group, and you have to beat him in a fight. Is there something like that, Andrew?
That makes more sense with kangaroos, actually.
Oh, okay, then they'll go with that kangaroo logic. So that's why they eventually work up to Tommy has to...
Actually, wait.
Tommy has to fight him.
There should be like a scientist there should be a scientist in a belly shirt that explains that that's the one thing that kangaroos and gorillas have in common.
Yes. There needs to be one thing that actually kind of makes sense. And that's what makes you really confused, like, oh, wait, no, that can't make sense because it's in this movie.
It's like when they explained
No, that doesn't make sense at all, actually.
It's like in Sharknado 3 when they explained how the sharks are alive because they eat birds.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, they've learned to just feed on the birds in the sky. That's how the Sharknado stays alive. We're like, okay, that's very ridiculous. But the fact that they made any attempt at all to explain it is enough for me to be like, okay, fine, you can keep going.
You tried, but you tried poorly.
Yeah.
I don't know how on earth, like, they would get at. Do you know how hard it is to, like, chase a prey animal in a tornado?
Especially if you're a water animal spinning around in circles.
If you have no means of locomoting by
pretty
yourself,
sure,
if you're some kind of effective tornado
pretty sure half the sharks would just die of a heart attack. And
yeah.
No, they would be dizzy and dead.
Yeah, there's nothing right about any of it. So that's those are all fun military attacks. And yeah, then eventually they come to that conclusion and they meet with Paxton. They're like, the gorilla's a part of you. And then Paxton's like, oh, it's a part of me, so I have a moment. And then he gets killed into some ridiculous way. What way should General Paxton be killed?
He should be killed by okay, if he gets killed by a woman because he's so extra manly, that's just too smart. Well, that's too ironic.
Maybe that's the ultimate the killer moment for him is that he realizes that the kangaroo is a lady.
We can make fun of the Godzilla movie, like, it's laying eggs.
I have no daughter. I don't know, something just like it just eats him, bites his head off,
punches his head off.
Punches his head off. Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. It punches him, but in a way that his head flies off and he tumbles at the hero's feet.
Yes.
Yeah, great. Yeah, and then there's a big boxing match at the end where Tommy, he wins the day, he saves the day, and he knocks out Kangrilla. Instead he's able to capture Kangrilla, or is Kangrilla dead?
Kangaroo.
It should be like dead, but like dead question mark.
Okay, maybe she does the Pacific Rim thing, takes care of the remains and stuff like that. There's stuff we can learn from this after all. I think by the way, I think the final piece of this is that their boxing match takes place on top of a skyscraper. So for the big final knockout punch, he falls off the skyscraper. Yep, and lands on something that explodes, the city. We did it!
Hey!
Hey!
Yay!
It's a sci-fi original, guys. Let's give it a name. This should be pretty easy this week.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
I mean,
go.
these movies are usually just kind of they're kind of just.
You got it. The end.
They're just straightforwardly named after whatever monster they're fighting, aren't they? Like,
I didn't even start the clock. It's Kangorilla.
yeah.
That's great. Is there a dumb catchphrase we can come up with? It. Good dumb tagline.
Hopping, punching. He's hopping mad.
Who can punch the most?
He's hopping mad and ready to go ape. Shoot.
His punches are deadly, but this thing's punches are deadlier.
Never skip leg day.
Whose punches are the deadliest?
Go bananas down under. I like go bananas. I like that. That's because that's a dumb. Gorillas aren't. It's a stupid connotation.
He's hopping mad and going bananas.
Yeah, he's hopping mad and going bananas. There you go.
Yeah. I don't see any problem with that. I mean, I see existential problems with that. It makes me question my existence and my right to still be alive. But I think it's pretty. I think we got a winner.
We did it, guys! Kangorilla!
Yay!
Hooray!
Yay!
If you like this episode and want to hear more, go to our website, tinyurl.com/genrebots. We're on iTunes as well. Leave us a review. And you can also find us on Spreaker and Stitcher if you want to get your podcast from an alternate source. Facebook, Twitter, @GenreBot Podcast, and send us an email, podcast.genrebot@gmail.com, with any ideas of better sci-fi monsters or better general stereotypes that we didn't address. Because I think we got them all. He hates everyone, but he loves his son, who's a daughter, which he hates and dies. Next week on GenreBots. Andrew episode.
Next week. I'm surprised that we didn't have this John already, but it is kind of hard to nail down exactly what I mean by it.
We worked it out this week and we worked it out last week, so we should be able to work it out no matter what. What's the name?
We're getting into uncharted territory here.
Okay, is it an Uncharted movie? Do we have to survive on an island?
Is it a survival or explorer movie?
Yeah, there you go.
We might need to. Well, I mean, we might need to raid some tombs for some kind of national treasure, and maybe the nation of Indiana. Jones, we're doing a treasure hunt movie.
Hey,
that works.
That's that works.
Yep. You got it.
Oh, good. I'm glad that I've been approved.
Well, it's more of I'm saying the name as in like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I thought you were going to say, it's one of those Indiana Tomb Raider rodeos.
Yeah. It's a Raiders of the Lost Ark Tomb Raider-y kind of movie. You know, one of them. Episode 68.
It's a National Tomb Raider of the Lost Ark. All right. Awesome. So, buckle up your fedora. No, put on your fedora. Yeah, there's buckle. Buckle up your fedora.
No, it's not.
And slap on a satchel and whip around next week. Look out for that boulder.
All right. Thanks for listening, and join us next time when we find some treasure that is a little better thought out than whatever created this heinous beast of an episode about a heinous beast of an animal.
That was actually the son of a father who just didn't understand him. Oh, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Man on the phone, when you're coming home, Daddy don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day. So much like a man, I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please? And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know